You're not broke because you don't make enough money. You're broke because of a habit so small, so normal, that you don't even notice it's destroying your future. It doesn't feel like a mistake. It doesn't feel dangerous. In fact, it feels good. And that's exactly why it's so powerful. Most people think being broke comes from big problems, low income, bad luck, expensive emergencies. But the truth is much more uncomfortable because what's keeping you broke is something you're doing every single day on purpose. Every day, you make dozens of financial decisions. Most of them feel automatic. You don't sit down and think deeply about them. You just act. A quick purchase here, a small convenience there, a coffee, a ride, an upgrade. Nothing extreme. Nothing that feels like it matters. But here's the problem. Your brain is designed to prioritize comfort, not long-term wealth. It wants things to be easy, fast, effortless, because thinking takes energy, and your brain is always trying to conserve energy. So instead of asking, is this the best decision? It asks, what's the easiest option right now? And most of the time, the easiest option costs money. So you justify it. It's just a small amount. I'll make it back. I deserve this. It's not a big deal. And in isolation, you're right. Spending a little money once won't ruin your life. But this isn't about once. This is about repetition. Because what you do occasionally doesn't define your future. What you do daily does. Let's break it down. Imagine you spend just a little extra every day. Nothing crazy, just small conveniences. Things that save time. Things that feel harmless. Now multiply that by 30 days, then 12 months, then 5 years. What started as something small becomes something massive. But here's the scary part. You don't feel it happening. There's no alarm, no warning sign, no moment where you suddenly realize this is the problem. Because it's happening slowly, quietly, in the background of your life. The real problem isn't spending money. The real problem is unconscious spending. Spending without awareness, spending without intention. Because when you don't notice a habit, you can't control it. And when you can't control it, it controls you. Here's where it gets deeper. Your brain is wired for short-term rewards. It loves instant gratification. A small purchase gives you a small hit of satisfaction, a small boost of happiness, and your brain remembers that. So the next time you feel bored, or stressed, or tired, it pushes you toward the same behavior, not because it's good for you, but because it feels good in the moment. This is called a reward loop, and once you're inside it, you repeat it automatically, without thinking, without questioning, without realizing it's costing you your future. We live in a world built on convenience. Everything is designed to make spending easier, faster, smoother, frictionless. One click, one tap, one decision. No resistance. And the less resistance there is, the more you spend, because you're not being forced to think. And when you don't think, you default to comfort. That's the trap. Not big expenses, small, repeated convenience. Now imagine your future self, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, still in the same position, still feeling stuck, still wondering why nothing changed. Not because you didn't try, not because you didn't work hard, but because of small habits you never noticed. That's the real cost, not the money you spent, but the life you didn't build. Most people think wealth comes from big moves, a big investment, a big opportunity, a big breakthrough. But that's not how it works. Wealth is built quietly. They're small decisions, repeated consistently over time. The same way you became broke is the same way you become wealthy, just in the opposite direction. You don't need to stop spending completely. That's not realistic. What you need is awareness. You need to notice the pattern. Catch yourself in the moment. Ask a simple question. Do I actually need this? Or is this just comfort? That one question changes everything because it breaks the automatic behavior. And once you break the pattern, you take back control. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be conscious, because every small decision is either building your future or quietly destroying it. So next time you're about to spend money, pause just for a second and remember this. That small amount is not just money. It's time, it's opportunity, it's your future. And every time you ignore it, you're choosing comfort over growth. If you want to understand how your mind controls your money, subscribe to Mind Over Money.